Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, hosting Cruz, and guys, I am here to talk about the return of Subriel Matias, the former IBF Junior Welterweight World Champion. It's back on November. It's November in El Coliseo de Ruben Rodrguez in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Subriel Matias will be back for the first time since June 15th after losing his IBF title to Australia's Liam Paro in Manatí, Puerto Rico, in a fight that I was at. And all Matias fans, including myself, took a hard loss that night, man. Of course, including the man himself, Subriel Matias. That was one of the upsets of this year, man. It was a shocker. Everyone was expecting an execution from Matias. Having a field day with Liam Paro, but that wasn't the case. Liam Paro got the job done. No excuses. It is what it is, regardless if you want to say Matias was gassed, didn't train properly, or whatever. Whatever you want to believe and feel. You know, Matias is no guy. He's not a fighter that makes excuses. You know, even I made a video and felt that wasn't the real Subriel Matias in there. But it is what it is. We got to look past that now. And we got to focus on the future and the now. And the future and the now is November in Bayamon. Subriel Matias will be facing a Mexican. Now, there's two names that are floating around out there. One is Gabriel Collas Valenzuela. He's 29 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, 17 KOs. And then we got Roberto El Rifle Ramirez, 26 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 19 KOs. So these two guys are, you know, typical Mexican fighters. They come to fight, come to bang it out. These two guys, based on their records, got punching power. So, you know, mix those styles with Matias' aggressive, hard punching, awkward style. You get an exciting fight. Now, those two Mexicans are mentioned, but nothing concrete on who Matias really is going to fight. I mean, on Boxing 24, Boxing News 24, which is a legit boxing site, it says Matias versus Gabriel Collas Valenzuela is official. Then I'm reading and hearing that Gabriel dropped out of the fight. He did not sign the contract. So Roberto El Rifle Ramirez will be the opponent. Either way, man, this is a win. This is a must-win fight for Subriel Matias. He cannot afford a next loss. If he does, this is it. This is it. He's no longer to be taken serious. And Eddie Hearn may drop him right on the spot. So Matias must win this fight. So once again, pressure is on for Subriel to perform in Puerto Rico and to not lose, to keep his career alive. You know, and Matias was to win this fight. He keeps his career alive, obviously, and continues on his path to a world title shot once again and to turn his career around. He's got what it takes, man. We've seen it in the past. He's got what it takes. Punches upon punches. He's strong as hell. Durable chin. Gas tank. Legendary. You know, we didn't see that same gas tank against Liam Paro, and that was one of the issues that I had about that fight. That, you know, it was not the real Subriel Matias in there. Because Matias, in his fights with Petros, Ananian, Malik Hawkins, Ponce, Chukimbayev, Ergashev, all those are pretty good fighters, and Matias was not he was not stopping in throwing punches, and he was not gassed in those fights. All of a sudden he's gassed with Paro. And Paro, hell of a fighter, but he didn't blast Matias out of there. there. You know, he almost quit in the 6th round. I don't know if you guys remember that. And after the 6th round, Matias was a bit tired to the point that he couldn't follow up after that 6th round and try to put power away. It is what it is. So this card is being labeled as Mexico versus Puerto Rico, which means all fights on the card is a Mexican versus a Puerto Rican, which is pretty interesting and, you know, something different. You know, Mexico versus Puerto Rico is one of the greatest rivalries in the history of the sport. And when you got a Mexican and a Puerto Rican in the ring, it's always excitement. Rarely disappoints. And that's what this card is all about. So it's gonna be in Coliseo Ruben Rodriguez in a, you know, in an event, in a venue where some of the best boxing events has happened. You know, Danny Garcia defending his unified titles when he was at 140 pounds back in 2014. The first boxing events I ever attended. I was there. And Wama versus Salido, their first fight took place there, and many other fights, man. So Coliseo Ruben Rodriguez is a famed venue, man. Not as prestige as the Coliseo, pero it's a good event. It's a good venue for Subriel Matias fight. On social media, people are already asking about tickets. You know, I have plans to go. I'm a big Matias fan. You know, I was there in Manatee when he lost. So, hey, I've been there in the bad. So it's time for me to enjoy the good, which is a victory. Hopefully we can get it done. But Matias, man, he's back. He's always exciting to watch. You know, a lot of punches, a lot of aggression, durable chin. And a Mexican in front of him is definitely going to be a war. So I'm looking forward to it. This card is also going to feature Alfredo Santiago from Fajardo as well, just like Matias. Dominican blood. He'll be fighting Pedro Campa, former 140-pound contender, who's fought Teofimo Lopez. And forgot the name that he fought after Teofimo. Teofimo stopped him. But he's a solid fighter. He's a durable fighter. You know, good punching power. So he's definitely going to bring the pressure and the fight to Santiago. Santiago has the tremendous boxing skills to keep him off of him. He showed that in his impressive performance against Mexico's Andrew Figueroa. So he has what it takes to get it done. So we'll see if he can do it with Pedro Campa. And then we also have Javier Cintron, and we also have Manny and Sensacional Rodriguez on the card as well. So should be fun to watch, man. This card should be fun to watch. Should be interesting. The card is picking up, is being formed. El Chacal Gonzalez is also on the card as well. We don't know who's he fighting, but he's on the card. So yeah, just want to come out here and talk about that. Subriel Matias return is official for November. We don't know what date in November, but we do know the venue, and that will be in Coliseo Ruben Rodriguez in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Subriel Matias, 20 wins, 2 losses, 20 KOs. One of the most dangerous fighters at 140 pounds is back versus likely Roberto El Rifle Ramirez. 26 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 19 KOs. In what should be a tremendous firefight between these two fighters. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosted Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.